I'm going to say the quiet part out loud that everyone's too scared to talk about. Is Marvin Harrison Jr. going to pan out? I'm not so sure. You can say we're going to give him more time, but look, we know what happens to wide receivers in every other position group that doesn't get the right coaching out the gate. And then a few years go by in their career and all of a sudden they're stunted. Their career growth is stunted and they do not pan out to be what they could have been because someone doesn't know how to unlock their potential. But at some point, there's going to be a bridge where maybe we're too far gone at that point. Arizona has not changed a single thing about their team and their approach to Marvin Harrison Jr. With the people in the building. Same quarterback, same identity, same coaching staff, same play caller, OC, head coach, nothing's changed. Most are going to say, hey, maybe they have him run different routes, open up his route tree. I'm here to tell you that I don't think they're going to give him what he needs, and I don't think it's ever going to pan out the way we wanted it to in the first place. Marvin Harrison Jr. was probably the biggest prospect coming out of college in recent memory at the wide receiver position. He checked every box in college. Let me emphasize, in college. But now that we're in the pros, let me read you something. And shout out CBS, no free ad. Shout out CBS for this. Of 84 wide receivers they measured last year in terms of separation, guess where Marvin Harrison Jr. ranked? Dead last. He was ranked 84 among the 84 they tested. Let me ask you next, the YPRR, the yards per route run, yeah, we talk, it's a nerdy stat that we like to throw around, but it does matter. Where did Marvin rank there? He was 75th in the NFL. He had 1.74 yards per route run. Where's Brian Thomas Jr.? Where's Malik Neighbors? Oh, they're 268, 231. Ladd McConkey, 271. Even Keon Coleman had more than Marvin Harrison Jr. And that's the number one metric we measure. Who are the best guys at that? Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, guys that we know can get it done. Marvin didn't separate. He didn't pass that test either. His coaching staff hasn't changed. They're not going to develop him the proper way. I think everyone can agree there. Would Marvin's career turn out totally different somewhere else? Abso-freaking-lutely. Definitely. But the reality in front of us right now is everyone is poised to see the Marvin Harrison Jr. breakout. I think you're just going to see flashes of what we wanted to see for an entire season. And it's not going to change. They need to get Kyler out of the building. They need an overhaul of this entire staff. It's not going to work. Marvin Harrison Jr., unfortunately, I just don't think that 4th overall pick and the biggest hype train we've seen at the wide receiver position in probably a decade. I just don't think it's going to be what we thought it was going to be. And I think it's time people could start saying that out loud. And I think halfway through this season, don't be shocked when you're sitting here like, hey, we're going to wait for year 3 breakout. And you're going to still have guys hold on at year 3, and you're going to have guys hold on at year 4. But I think right now you can tell that with how the trend in the NFL is with rookies, especially with the wide receivers and how impactful they are out the gate at this point. Yeah, you got to give him some time to develop. But where does Marvin even rank in his class right now? Would you put him over Xavier Worthy? You wouldn't put him over Ladd. You wouldn't put him over Brian Thomas. You wouldn't put him over Malik Neighbors. It's tough sledding. In a stacked wide receiver class, the most generational prospect who was a can't-miss guy out of college might miss.